Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some more King's Quest. We are doing the third game, and as I kind of insinuated in the second one, this one I did not have that great of a time with. But there are aspects to this one that I do like. It's just, my God, the bits of it that aren't very good are yeah, they kind of induce some ass cancer, to say the least.
The bits that are not very good are very, very, very not that good.
Essentially, yeah.
I like how Sierra is already displaying some like 10% increase in the budget in the credits initial credits there.
Yeah, where they did it, added a very scary wizard to do part of the title sequence.
I don't know. It seems like you're prejudging the guy. He seems like a friendly chap.
I don't know, the first text box of the game said that an evil wizard owns us as a slave, so... And speaking of...
I don't. You don't know. You're judging too much by the standards of modern day. Maybe he was one of those cool slave owners from like 300 years ago. Who knows?
Yeah, he was
the
one of
law
the
of the
ones...
land at the time. People just thought it was normal.
Yeah, he was one of those slave owners like Uncle Ruckus described. But anyway, so the big thing that you guys would probably notice immediately, there is a timer in this one. It is the only King's Quest game that has this timer. And they did it so that there are certain events that happen during that timer hits a certain value. So right now, we have been ordered to sweep the kitchen floor, and that is what we will do. You get no points for doing chores around the house, sadly. Although I think you do need to do all of them. There's 4 possible ones to do. There's sweeping the floor, dusting the office, feeding the chickens, and tossing the bedpan or the chamber pot.
In the head of an unsuspecting peasant that happens to be crossing the street.
Yeah. Also, again, as you probably recognized when I tried to pick up the knife and the spoon, the text boxes don't appear in the recording. Again, I apologize for that. I have no idea why that's the case. The only thing I can say is, for whatever reason, it just doesn't record. Just the woes of old-ass games.
Have you noticed just how much a fantasy with medieval level armaments and armor just looks like 1700s in everything else?
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty fucking nice-ass house for medieval period, even if it is fantasy.
No, but I'm talking like you're gonna see some stuff that has like you see that a lot in like D&D art, where like the weapons and armors are supposed to be emulating medieval fantasy, like but everything from the like in the art, you look at the art, like the clothing and everything, just looks like more like the 1700s.
Yeah.
When it's not just some really lame version of modern day attire. Like fantasy universe where people have a TSA.
Yeah, it's I will admit I'm guilty of that with making my system. I've put in some Renaissance stuff as well, but
Even the Renaissances are still like not as bad, but like you see some like in everyone else is traveling. Everyone else is dealing with stuff that is supposedly like 1300s level of armaments, for 1400s level of armaments and weaponry,
Hmm.
and but the clothing looks like they just came out of the East Indies. They're just selling some IPA to the East Indies.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Anyway,
it
the
has
other
been a
big.
long
Mm,
it has been a long while since medieval fantasy stopped being medieval times.
yeah. Um. So, uh, the big thing about this game as well is that we can't really do adventure game stuff, like collect every random thing, because if we do, we might have something that McKdamn doesn't want us to have, and if he catches us with that, he will instantly kill us. The game is at least nice enough to let you know what it is that you have that will piss McKdamn off to the point where he will just kill you. But also, here's me finally figuring out how to walk diagonally in these games.
He found Manannan's porn stash. He really doesn't want other people to know about this.
um, yeah, so there are a few exceptions. Like, so one of the things that we can have is. Oh, yeah, I think we were talking over it, but Gideon, which is the character we were playing as, hates McKdamn's cat, and you can in fact kick the cat.
Wow. I don't like this protagonist already. I'm
Yeah, there's actually. I don't think it's so much a protagonist thing. I think it's like a Sierra thing because there are. There's at least one other time in the King's Quest series that I know of where you have to be mean to a cat in order to progress the game.
so they were they're a very evil company of really sad and miserable people. People,
Well, yeah.
right?
Why else would they make such cryptic puzzles like Rumpelstiltskin's name?
I don't care about that one. Like now, if you don't like cats, like I hope your company fails. Okay, that's my criteria. Listen, a lot of my morality is based on like how people treat cats. Okay.
Yeah, and
How can you hate these creatures? I'm holding him in my hands right now, the little one. How can you hate something like this? Let me give him some eye drops already before I forget. He's so cute.
yeah. If you guys don't know, Gok apparently rescued another cat, so I think he's up to like 26 now.
It's not as bad. No, he's just yeah, and we're gonna send him to adoption very soon. Hopefully, someone is gonna see how absolutely insanely adorable he is and just take him away.
And if all else fails, there's always the Chinese food place, right?
They don't like me very much there.
Anyway, so around the 5 to 7 minute mark, McKdamn will tell you that he is off on an adventure, and you have 25 minutes to get all your shit that you need to do done.
I'm
And
off to get more slaves.
yeah, pretty much. So one of the things that he will kill you if we have in our possession is this fly. Uh, and the reason for it is that McKdamn doesn't like us having things that could potentially be used to make magical ingredients. And yes, fly wings are a magical ingredient, which is one of the things I do like about this game. Uh, you can cast magic, and the magic how you go about doing it is like an actual process, and it actually feels like you're really doing something, you know?
Oh my goodness, he's really letting me have it. He's really asking for something that I don't, which I don't know what it is.
Anyway, the other important thing is that we need to grab this cat, although for whatever reason, sometimes there's a chance of him not being able to grab him,
The
despite being right
Despicable
there.
Cat. Really? Did I really read that?
Yeah, despicable cat. Like I said, Thea really does not like these fucking cats.
Mm.
And trust me, it gets worse. There we go. So we got the cat, and now we rip out some fur. And this is probably one of the most important ingredients that we need for our magic spell, is that cat fur. Alright, got a brass key. Then we open the closet. And this one's not really important, but it is insanely useful. Looking behind the robes, you find a magic map. And I'm not sure if McKdamn will kill you if the closet doors are open, but, you know, just to be safe. Because that is the other thing. If you open up his laboratory door and you leave it open, he will kill you for that. Alright, so we got everything we need from the third floor, the second floor, and I'm trying to think if there's any ingredients on the first floor. I don't think so, unless the cat's there. Because the cat just randomly appears wherever. Just like cats in real life. But, and then there is one thing that we need outside.
I
Or
just
no.
noticed his ears are a bit. It seems like his ears are a bit hurt or something. It seems like one of his ears is missing the tip.
Who, the
Like what the
ear
hell?
cat?
Yeah, the little one.
Huh.
So no.
Usually, if that happens, that means that a vet, at least up here, it means that a vet uh, took care of them and did some work on them, and they sort of clipped the tip of the ear just to sort of indicate that they did work on the cat. So that way, if they ever catch him again, they know.
That's weird because I when I got him, when I rescued him, he was very dirty and his eyes were were kind of were in a bad state.
Hmm.
Although although they are much more adorable now. They're much better now. Look at his
Anyway,
face.
so it wouldn't be a Sierra game unless there was some obtuse fucking path you had to fucking cross that is instant death if you do something wrong. So here we are, the pathway from McKdamn's house to the actual town. And here's the most bullshit part of it. This giant fucking boulder that blocks the entire path. So you can't see where you're going. Although, to be fair, I think everything that is behind that boulder is technically a path.
It better be because if they really want you to guess, it's
Well, yeah,
guess the path behind the rock. It's really stupid.
yeah, it's Sierra. They if there is an opportunity for them to be an asshole for no reason, they will take it. Trust me.
Mhm. I still remember the beanstalk. I can't believe that I can't believe they'll take it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you can't do a shortcut by going down here. because that is actually a bottomless pit if you go down. You
I'm
have
still
to do the entire path.
I'm still perplexed as what motivated people to engage with puzzle solving like this way
Well,
back in the day. I know in the 80s, people could still get afflicted with immense boredom at some points in life, but still.
yeah, and we almost got mugged, so fuck that noise. Although, yeah, so as you can see here, anything that has an asterisk, McKdamn will kill you if he sees you with it. So here comes Medusa, and show Medusa the mirror and kill her. Fantastic. And now we can safely traverse this desert.
You forgot to shove your finger in her ears.
Yeah. Although if we were a real man, we would have just said, "Oh yeah, we just as soon as we lock eyes, I just won't blink." But anyway, we need this cactus, and there's one other thing in the desert that we need. It's a few screens down though. Yeah, just one more. And yes, I've already spoiled it with my little text prompt there. Yeah, and because
skin.
Yeah, take the skin.
Skin. We're gonna go into the. We're gonna go medieval for good. Finally.
Yeah, you see that little brown thing with the little red outline? That's the skin. We need it. It looks exactly like the little cracks in the fucking desert, but there you go.
I thought you were just gonna take someone's scalpel.
Yeah, we're gonna go full Native American on them. And we also need some acorns, but specifically dried ones. And to be an extra asshole about it, you have to take acorn multiple times to try and find the dry ones because some of them are too fresh. Up, and here comes the bandits again. So just down, then up. And hopefully we find some acorns.
Are the bandits like the dwarf in the original game?
Yes, they steal all your shit, although their hideout is right here. If you reach inside this hole, you pull on a rope to release a ladder. And we do need to do this because they have something we need. But if they do steal your shit, this is where you go to get it all back. So you also need to do this. If someone's moving around, go off screen, then back up. And just keep doing this. Aha. So now he is sleeping. So that means we can go inside. Because if someone's walking around and they are awake, they will chase you and push you out of the treehouse and you will die. So yeah, you open up this chest, that's where all your shit is. But there's nothing in here at the moment, so we'll just take their purse instead. Because it's perfectly okay to steal from bandits. Because as the Brazilians have figured out, they are not people, so it's okay.
I'm sure the Brazilians are going to be offended with after hearing that.
Look, it's not my fault that the government declared open season on them. And that the Brazilian people were happily willing to do so.
Oh, hey, it's Batman.
No, it's not Batman, it's the three little bears.
Oh.
Batman was in the last game. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
now,
they're out for a walk, so... Yep.
Also, out to break into someone's property.
Yeah, I mean, they left their house, so we can go in and steal the porridge, which is an extremely important item that we need.
Can you do like Bart Simpson and just like mix the two porridges together?
No, we're not that smart, sadly. And there's also something else that we need in here. We need to open up this drawer that is on the second floor. As soon as we get up there. There we go. And, okay, the text box. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we see a thimble. And I will spoil it now. I assumed that my character grabbed the fucking thimble, because every time you open up a drawer in this game, you take whatever's inside that's important, automatically. This is the one exception. So we don't have the fucking thimble, and because of that, we don't have something to carry around to do. So, fuck that noise. And I wasn't paying attention to the text boxes. So,
Jolly.
we're gonna have to come back for this.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Anyway, get a sprig of mistletoe because, as the druids figured out, it is the most important plant in the history of anything ever.
Uh-huh.
Even though it's a parasitic, poisonous plant, but, you know, details.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and here's what we need the purse for. The gold to buy some shit. But more importantly...
Are you gonna use the mistletoe to kill a god?
No. But more importantly, we have to pet this dog. And we collect some fur from it. So, I do have a list of things that we need. We gotta get the fish oil.
He's fighting against my foot now. My foot. I guess the smell is a bit offensive to him.
Huh. That's interesting, because my cat, for whatever reason, really likes my smell. I don't know why. Probably because he imprinted on me.
Probably because it smell like poutine.
Yeah, probably. Alright, so we need the salt. And buy a pouch. And we also bought some lard. And good thing everything only cost 1 gold. And this is what the magic map does.
It was before inflation got really bad.
Yeah. And this is what the magic map does. It fills in wherever you walk, and then you can just teleport. Sadly, though, you can't teleport to Manannan's fucking house. It always teleports you to the bottom of the fucking mountain. So you have to walk your way up every time. And good thing I saved.
I never really thought about it if games had a realistic economy.
Yeah, I mean, in the system that I'm working on, the way I kind of did it is that a silver is equal to $1, so that way, if you wanted to implement something that my game doesn't list, you could just sort of do some quick math and be like, okay, so a truffle is worth like however many gold. So if you wanted to, or however many dollars. So if you wanted to buy a truffle from a store, you could just be like, okay, it's worth this much, so it costs that much silver. And the reason why I use truffle as an example is because there was a point where we played a D&D game, and someone said that they wanted to do a nature check to try and find some ingredients to make a food or whatever, like spices or whatever. And he rolled a nat 20. So the DM said, alright, you find a fucking truffle. And it's like, okay, wow, Jesus. So he decided to sell the truffle. And we spent about a half an hour looking up prices of truffles and trying to figure out the economy rate between gold and in D&D world and dollars in real world. So I was just like, alright, fuck it. I'll just make it like a 1-to-1 ratio for dollars to like my fantasy settings, so that way it kind of alleviates that problem.
Like
Anyway,
I was looking for money in the Middle Ages, and I thought some interesting choices here, like why being a peasant was better than being a slave. Well, that's a.
I mean, that's
I know a
not
lot of people.
really too hard to explain to someone why.
Yeah, a lot of what's really funny is that people have a people don't really quite understand what being a peasant really meant. Being a peasant in the Middle Ages simply meant being a rural worker, being someone who works farmland. So there were rich peasants. Like being a peasant was not equated directly to being poor. You could be sometimes a peasant, a very wealthy peasant, because like I don't know, your family lived on that land for a few generations, and you managed to get some business going.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, pull these books back. We find a secret lever, which opens up a secret hatch, where McKdamn does all of his weird secret wizard business. And here's me trying to figure out just how to go down the stairs.
Jump stairs. Roll.
Oh, by the way, here is one of the asshole ways that you can die. If the cat is here, even though I'm this far away, he trips you. And we fall to our death. Fantastic.
Oh my goodness, that is so stupid. Thanks for playing King's Quest.
So,
We really have a bias against cats here.
hey, I don't. I'm just trying to play the fucking game.
Open door.
Anyway, so one of the things that McKdamn will kill you for, regardless if you manage to hide it from him, is his magic wand. If it is missing, it doesn't matter if you hide it, he will kill you instantly. And if you check your inventory, it has like 2 asterisks. So anything that has 2 asterisks, which I think is only the magic wand, he will just kill you instantly. Oh, and I can't remember if I mentioned it, but... Oh yeah, I think I did. You have 25 minutes to finish all your business before McKdamn comes back.
I imagine that is plenty of time.
Well, he left at 7 minutes
Wow.
into this my playthrough, and as you can tell by the timer, we're getting pretty fucking close.
I
So,
mean, still, you have like 10 minutes left. What else is there to do?
well, the most important thing that we need to do here is cast a very specific spell, so that way we don't have to deal with fucking McKdamn ever again.
You little thing. I'm gonna try feeding him some bread with milk later.
Bread? Why bread?
I don't know. I haven't seen him eat the dry food, so I'm gonna try maybe getting him something different. And I don't have much else. The other option is eggs, but I don't know if his.
Oh, I thought the magic wand had a double asterisk. I guess it just has the one. Okay, never mind.
Goodness, you're so cute.
And of course, the game being a fucking picky piece of shit, even though it listed all the ingredients that we can take, it's like, okay, you gotta take each one individually. And even though I typed in take mandrake root, that wasn't enough. I had to add powder at the end of that.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, we got the powder,
Oh, sweetheart.
and that is the main thing that we need here. And so, when it comes to casting magic, we need to. It is best to save. And unfortunately, this is also where the piracy protection takes place for this game. Because in order to actually use the magic book, you need the manual. Because that is the only place where it tells you what you need to do. So, and specifically what it is what page you need to turn to for what spell. And yes, you do need to type it in Roman numerals. And the other one is the steps you need to take. Now, there is a major fucking problem with this, and that is the fact that depending on what version of the manual you have, there is a spelling error. So for some of them, they list the current spell that we're trying to make turn into cat incorrectly. Like one of the steps is spelled wrong. Or there's a different spell. I think it's the flying spell that they list wrong.
I'm starting to think he just wants his mom. And I can't, and I don't have any mom to offer him. And I don't have a replacement.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the things that if you are going to be playing this game, double check your manual for this game just to make sure that it's correct. Yep, and like any good spell, you have to recite a fucking poem.
Goodness gracious.
And the thing that why you should save before you cast any fucking spell is because when you start a spell, you have to finish it. And if you make one mistake at any point, including trying to add an ingredient you don't have, or if you misspell something, you will die. So then we wave the magic wand, and
How much do you think? How much do you think it at this time and specifically? How much do you think it cost Sierra to make these games? Because you mentioned like they were much more like about releasing, like just their business model, like the way they found to survive was basically just release a bunch of games
pretty
and
much.
hope that something sticks.
Yeah.
Something sticks.
All right. So here's what we do. The thing that we created was a magical
Porridge.
cat cookie. Yeah, I know. I spelled it wrong.
Porridge.
So we have to crumble the cookie into the porridge, as I'm trying to figure out how to spell porridge. Okay, it's spelled with an I, not an A, even though it sounds like it. You spell it with an A.
Isn't Canada supposed to have like a good education system?
I mean, I will say that it's better than the States, but not by much. I mean, the current education system, just in general, is fucking dog shit. But anyway, so we crumble the porridge into the, or no, we crumble the cookie into the porridge, and then we have to ditch all of our fucking items because, oh no, we have to close the laboratory door, shove the books back in place, get rid of the fucking magic wand.
Do you have to pull all the books in place, like in order, or otherwise it kills you too?
Well, you have to pull the books in front of the lever at least, yes. So then we have to unlock the cabinet because we couldn't have just left that open. Because as you'll notice, every time you interact with something, it wastes a few seconds, which, you know, that just adds to all the fun.
I mean, you still have some more like you're at 19 minutes now from the 25 time limit, so it seems you're still pretty some.
I mean, yeah, we probably could have cast another spell and still had some time, but I really
No,
did
you
not want to
did.
risk it. Especially since that the first major time limit that you're on is really just because Mananan is around, and once you get rid of him, you have all the time in the world, essentially.
Mm-hmm. The cat is really enjoying the taste of my fingers right now.
Anyway, so the one place that you can hide all your shit is underneath your bed.
What is that flag right back there?
It is like a tapestry or something, but of course, this game being 16 colors, they couldn't really do anything beyond a flag.
Maybe that's Mananan's pride flag.
Maybe.
Whatever he is.
He is. Yeah, it's the Wizard Pride flag.
It's a pride flag for men who reach their 30s and are still virgins.
I take offense to that. But anyway, um, let's see. So now we just wait around until Mananan comes around. So, how's life with you, Gok?
Yeah. I'm just imagining the character, like the main character here, just starts singing Smash Mouth to entertain himself.
Uh,
Was that the name of the band? The guys who
uh,
sang like this, who sang the Shrek song.
that saying All Star that was in Shrek, yes.
Smash Mouth, yeah. I imagine like the kid starts singing their song just to entertain himself while he waits. Eat cat.
Yeah, why not?
So main character Chinese confirmed. Come here, little one. Let me bite into your head. You silly little thing.
All right. I was kind of hoping looking at the picture would indicate who that person was and why they're on the fucking wall, but yeah, I guess we don't give a shit. So, oh well. Maybe it was Mananan at his graduation. Yeah, yeah. And this is why they have the kick cat command. If you want to go somewhere and the cat is in the way, you can kick it and he will move. Sadly, he moved up the fucking stairs where I'm trying to go.
Oh my lord.
So, kick cat. Well, we are at least making our way up, so that's pretty good. And one more kick for good luck. There we go. And this is just something I wanted to do. Let's look at the telescope.
Spy at neighbor.
Yes, that is exactly what we're going to do. Look through telescope.
Huh.
Let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking some messages.
I'm trying to put him to sleep. Not with a chokehold, by the way. I'm just trying to see if I can.
Yeah, you chokehold the cat to put him to sleep, and then you shake him.
Yeah.
It works every time for me. They never wake up from that.
Sometimes if you hold like a newborn kitten just for just feeling this the heat of your hand, they fall asleep. Pretty adorable.
I also heard that they like to hear the sound of a heartbeat. So if you put them onto your chest, that also helps.
Oh, really? Must reminisce them of the time in the bed in the womb.
Well, I think it's like that with like most, if not all, animals. When they're next to their mother, they sort of lean on them to sleep.
They feel comfortable like that.
Yeah.
Let me put him. Let me try this. See if he falls asleep.
Anyway, Mananan, he wants something to eat, and he will kill you if you don't give him some food fast enough. So, good thing we have some porridge for him.
Oh, hello, cute. Oh, no, don't sleep, sleep. Okay. Come on, precious. Have a rest, okay?
Now, if Mananan does come back before you're able to cast this spell, it's not the end of the world because he will go on another adventure, and that gives you a little bit more time to gather the ingredients and cast a spell and all that. But since we did it immediately, he is now a cat. Huzzah!
Or the people of Ludor.
Yes, that is the area that we are in. Oh.
Mananan is no longer.
No, you son of a bitch. He fucking ran off. Now we can't kick him. Anyway, so this is now the big problem of King's Quest 3. We just defeated the main villain. Now what? Like, we're not even halfway through the fucking game. As you can tell from the point the scoreboard.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're going up in the. They're really ramping it up with the points, eh?
Yeah.
I'm curious about the fourth game because I know nothing about that one.
The fourth game, it is. I've seen a Let's Play of it way back in the day when I frequented the Something Awful Let's Play archive site.
You pay. Oh,
Hmm?
the Let's Play archive. Did you have to pay for that one too?
No. Thankfully, the archive, Let's Play archive, is free. And you can peruse Something Awful for free. It's just that if you want to have like an account and start posting there, you need to pay.
So dumb.
Well, their reasoning for it was that it was $10, and that $10 was essentially just a way to just sort of gatekeep trolls,
Mm-hmm.
so they could keep forums like, clean for the most part.
I
Which I don't really agree with, but it's at the end of the day their site, their rules.
I don't like when they're clean. Anyway, I do find it hilarious, like that the guy that the creator of Something Awful was one of the first people that Uwe Ball decided to pummel when he became when he challenged his critics for boxing matches.
Yeah, it was the Something Awful creator who uh, I think organized it, and oh,
Really? Wasn't he like, just one of the like the
oh
first
yeah,
one that do both challenges?
yeah, he was both. He organized it, and he was one of the challengers.
I recall like the comments for the I was checking like the fight scene on YouTube, and the comments was everyone just celebrating that he got his head pummeled by a ball. And I require some time in the bathroom.
Okay. So, when it comes to this is one of the important things that we need. This fucking eagle randomly appears and will randomly drop a feather. We need the feather. And yeah, bastard, he didn't drop a feather. Okay, off we go. So anyway, so we just have to go around finding ingredients, and yep, that's basically our goal for King's Quest 3 right at the moment. Um, let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Okay, I didn't need to use the map. I was just trying to figure some things out. But figuring things out is hard. Uh-oh, they're gonna find out I took the kid's porridge. Oh well. Sucks to suck, nerd. Yep, alright. And what we need here is some of that delicious mud over there. Mm-mm. Yum yum. So we just grab a spoonful of that. Fantastic.
We got getting a bit of that Haitian diet.
And I think I am just consulting my extensive list of shit I need to get done in King's Quest 3. Because instead of drawing out a map, because the map in this game is, I think, the smallest map out of all the King's Quest games. I just made a big-ass list of things I needed to get done. Again, pretty much entirely because of the fact that there is a goddamn timer. Now, the really important thing is that we need to get past that spider web, but I don't have the spell components to get past it, so we're gonna have to figure some things out.
I think the spell component is fire.
No, that's a bit too obvious.
It was, and it would be. I guess it would be a long while until Ocarina of Time told people that you can use fire to burn cobwebs.
Look, Goat, the obvious answer to getting past the spider web is you need the fly spell.
The people in Sierra don't human very well, do they?
I told you they're from Mars.
Yeah. I think I'm more willing to believe that they are from like an alternate dimension, where like they are interdimensional aliens who have only interacted with humanity through surrealistic fiction.
Hmm.
Hey, a tavern. Hey,
Hey, what?
is biting me in.
Oh, is that what you named your cat, Terran?
No, I didn't even come close to say the name Karen during this stream.
I said
What
Terran.
what are you drinking?
I said Terran with a T.
No, he's biting. I didn't say that either.
Alright, well, I don't know what the fuck you said. That's why I'm asking.
Anyway, oh, an anchor. Love. Just randomly in the group. in the
Well,
fort, huh?
it's a seaside town, so it makes
Can
sense
you
that there'd probably be an anchor.
can you stop by the tavern?
We can, but there's nothing important for us to do there yet. So,
Can you get ale?
no, because Gwydion is 17.
What rubbish!
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you could buy ale, but it also wouldn't surprise me if the game was like, oh, you're underage, because in America, 21 is the legal drinking age, even though everywhere else in the world it's like anywhere between like 14 to 18. Um, yeah, I know that in places in Europe, like the drinking age is like really fucking young, but I'm just sort of guessing if it's 14 or not. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure. I know 16 is.
And in the
Anyway,
Czech Republic, they probably start drinking at age 5.
yeah, probably.
You know, like the Czech Republic is the place with the highest per capita consumption of beer.
Is it because it's not a great place to live?
Not even that. Like as far as I know, it's a pretty nice country, as of yet. So, but it's just that they like for some reason they drink retarded amounts of beer every day. It's like it will be is like the equivalent of at every meal of every meal. Well, of like drinking like some like 2 pints of beer every day, 2 or 3 pints of beer.
Yeah, they're just living that
It's
medieval peasant lifestyle, baby.
they 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 just refuse to get away from like the medieval diet, where like it's ale in the morning, ale in the at lunch, ale at for dinner.
Hey, it's liquid bread. It's good for you. Um, yeah, I know that like I said, a lot of the European places they're really big on drinking their alcohol. I remember a while back they did like a thing where random families around the world they would give them enough money to spend a month worth of like cash to buy a month's worth of groceries kind of thing, just to get a picture to see like what it would look like. And it was like the Germans like something like a fifth or a third of their groceries was beer.
And the other third were sausages.
Yeah, that actually isn't too far from the truth. It was like sausages and like vegetables and things like that. And of course, it was the American diet where a third of it was like pop.
Rice.
And then I think they also had um like energy drinks as well on top of that.
If you give me that money, like half of it would be just eggs.
I don't know. If you gave me enough money to buy a month's worth of groceries, it'd basically be kefir, eggs, some vegetables, and uh, maybe whatever. Oh, and milk. Yeah. Oh, and peanut butter. I like me some peanut butter. Um, and even then, the prices of groceries here in Canada are ridiculous. Like, I just got some earlier today, and the bill ran me about $70, and that's basically what it was kefir, vegetables, peanut butter, and milk, some cereal, and I think just like a treat or two.
Had cereal in a while.
Hmm?
I haven't had cereal in a while.
I'll have it as like a breakfast thing or a yeah, like a breakfast thing, or if I'm not feeling up to like cooking, I'll just pour myself a bowl.
Usually, I reserve the milk to just have to just do the protein shake and shake in during in the morning before going to the gym. So that's where the milk goes. So haven't used it for cereal in a while. And with our Argentinian funny money, groceries are absurdly expensive. I wish I lived.
You
You
wish you
know,
lived where?
when I see the prices of stuff nowadays, I'm thinking to myself, you know, Middle Ages couldn't be worse than this. Living like 300, 400 years ago can't be worse than this. At least by now, I would be married with 7 children. Out of the like the
Married with.
7 children, who survived out of 15.
Yeah, I was just about to say like 7 children. That seems a little bit high. You'd be lucky if like two of those children made it.
You know, I think a lot of this are like I think societies where the woman breastfeeds for longer have lower mortality rate, lower child mortality.
Hmm. Yep, and unfortunately I don't have the thimble, so it is difficult to use that, and we made a mistake, so we die. And our death
Your head
is that
explodes.
no, our death is that we become Dumbo.
I thought your head was exploding. That
And
is lovely.
now here's me double checking where the fuck is my thimble of dew. And that's when I kind of come to realize, oh shit, I opened the drawer and it said that there was a thimble. And even though every time you open a drawer in this game, you automatically take it, that's like the one time it doesn't do it.
Uh, this is the kind of dick-headed design people had back in the day that makes me wish that made me wish flogging was still a kind of punishment. Our societies really went downhill when corporal punishment stopped being a thing, don't you think?
Um,
I mean,
I would say any kind of punishment being banned is now a bad thing because a lot of places now are sort of like, oh yeah, you steal from our store, that's fine. We won't call the police.
yeah.
Now I'm trying to remember why exactly I loaded up this save.
This whole thing gave me flashbacks to to playing Genealogy: The Holy War, where the enemies don't have to obey the same rules as your characters.
Yeah, I hate it when games do that, but there are some games where it kind of makes sense. Like, for example, Legend of Zelda, like the enemies are able to do maneuvers and stuff that your character clearly cannot.
I mean, that's a thing that like practically every game, like enemies are gonna have movesets your character can't.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm talking stuff like in Genealogy, remember like the staff that has 3 uses for your character is infinite for the enemies. Like they can just cast the spell infinitely, while your character can just do that once.
Yeah.
Like that kind of nonsense. That kind of rule where it doesn't makes no sense why the enemies don't have to obey the same rules as your character.
Okay, that's why I loaded up this save. I thought maybe for whatever reason, even though I hit take all uh, for grabbing my shit under the bed, that's when I realized, oh, I never actually got the thimble. I thought for whatever reason when I hit take all, it still that was like the one thing it didn't grab was the thimble, and it was like, oh, I didn't even get the thimble. Whoopsies. All right, we open the door, and
I imagine there's a chance of finding the bears inside.
oh yeah, obviously there is. There's even a chance to open the door, and one of the bears will answer the door and punch you and knock you out. It won't kill you, but it just sort of makes you dizzy for a bit.
No, I
Which,
don't want to buy anything. Bow.
that is actually word for word what the Papa Bear will tell you. All right, so I go up, open the drawer again, and I didn't read it because the text box because I don't have the fucking thimble.
Does Papa Bear kill you in one punch?
No, he knocks you out so that way you get dizzy for a bit, which in a game with a tight timer, that's not good. So, okay, we open the drawer. It says you see a pretty thimble, so we take the thimble. There we go. All better. And now we can get the dew from the flower in front of the house.
Can you take revenge by spilling the porridge?
We already stole the kids' porridge. That's more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a thimble full of dew. And was there anything else that we needed? I don't think so.
Xanax.
Hmm?
Xanax.
Eh,
Painkillers.
nah, real men just sort of deal with their pain by just letting it sit for days on end.
You punch a wall until you forget about the pain. How kind of them to offer a stream that is shallow enough that you can walk across.
Indeed. Yeah,
I guess
okay.
enough people complained that the previous one was too retarded. It was too retarded that your character died by crossing a small stream in the previous games. So this character is already less of a pussy than Graham.
Indeed. Although, we still have to figure out exactly how this ties into the rest of the King's Quest series. Because, as far as we're aware of, we're a boy named Gwydion, who is a slave to a wizard, and we're in a completely different part of the world from Daventry, and we have no relationship with anything ever. So, how the fuck this ties in with the first two games is well beyond me. What's your theory, Goke?
What's the name of this character again?
Gwydion.
Gwydion. That's a stupid name.
It is.
Gwydion is just gathering the resources to start a revolution to overthrow the kingdom of the king of Daventry, overthrow the royal family.
Well, here's the thing. Our character does not know Daventry is a place. Like, you have to keep in mind that when I say that he was a slave, this is basically his first time going down the mountain to the nearby town of Ludor. So this area is as much as he knows. So that's why I'm kind of pointed out earlier that the fact that, we killed the main villain, and now we're just kind of wandering around trying to figure out what to do. But yeah, the only thing is cast spells and see where they work. That's pretty much the only thing to do. But anyway, I think I got all my shit, so time to save, just in case the cat appears on the fucking stairway. And apparently we can't use the wand on the cat to turn him into a fucking leech or something.
From the cat into a pot.
Yeah. Then we open up the make our way to the laboratory, and to be fair, I think this is about a good place to sort of pause the game for now and then get back to what we are doing next time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Bye bye.